Hello everyone, welcome to I Learning Digital class. My name is Steven. I want to use this medium to appreciate those that are subscribed to my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful for taking your time, to subscribe to my channel, for taking your time to to share my videos to your loved ones, to your different social media platform. I'm so grateful for your like, for the comment as well. So please, if you are watching this video now and you've not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to hit on the notification button so that anytime I upload a new video like this, you'll be the first person to get the notification. So a few days back I started a project. I started a series on this channel, and what are we trying to do? We are trying to create a computer-based test with JavaScript. So this will be the I think the sixth video now. The sixth video. Yes, I've released like going to 5 previous videos. So please, if you are just watching this video now, I'm going to encourage you, and I'm going to encourage you to go and watch the previous video so that you'll be able to follow along. And I'm going to drop the link to the previous video into the description, so just kindly click on it and go and watch. So in my first video on this tutorial, I explained what this project is all about, what computer-based test is all about. So kindly go and watch the video. So without any further ado, so in my last video I explained to us how we can make the next button to go to the next question, and how we can make the previous button to go to the previous question. So we've been able to do that. So what do we want to focus on today? Today we want to focus on how we can display score. So that is what we want to focus on today, how we can display score. So once the user press the submit button, we want to display the user score. So that is what we want to do. So guys, let's get started. So let's go inside our text editor. So this is where we are going to be writing the function for this is going to be writing the function for our show score. So we have a little few line of codes to write. So because we want to define the show score question, and if possible we want to as well define the countdown timer, so that anytime the countdown time gets to 0, we want to submit the question. So let's get started. So now the first thing we want to do now is that we want to make sure that once the user click the submit button, we want to ask the user, are you sure you want to submit? If it's okay, we are going to proceed, but if it's the user cancelled it, we are going to still retain the question. So that's what we want to do now. So how do we want to achieve that? I'm going to just say let's say confirmation here. Confirmation is equals to variable confirmation is equals to confirm. This is how to do that in JavaScript. Confirm. So what is the message? Are you sure you want to submit? Are you sure you want to submit? You want to submit? Okay, are you sure you want to submit? So that's the question. So if it's confirmed, okay, let's give this condition here. If confirmation, okay, if it's confirmed, if the user click okay that he wants to submit, okay, if confirm is equals to true, then this is where inside this place, that's where we're going to run every of our code. So what's the next thing we want to do now? I want to say variable total score. Variable total score, we have to set it to 0 now. It's equals to 0. Okay, so then we say variable store answers. Okay, variable store answer is equals to actual player dot stored answer dot stored dot stored answers. Good. So then we have to come that and say that actual player, okay, actual player dot finished, we set it to true. Dot finished is equals to true. Okay, dot finished is equals to true. So then let's come down here and have let's say variable output. Then we set this output to nothing. It's equals to nothing now, because that is where we are going to display our score. Okay, so say nothing. Then let's loop now. Say for okay, variable is equals to I now. Variable is equals to I. Okay, okay, variable 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 I is equals to 0. Okay, variable I is equals to 0. Then we'll say I, that is, if I is less than okay, if I is less than actual stored answer dot length, stored answers, don't forget we've stored this answer inside our local storage, stored answers dot length. Okay, stored answer dot length. Then say I will increase the value of I now, plus plus. Then we got inside this place, then we're going to say variable score. Okay, variable score is equals to because this score is a string now, so we want to pass this store, we want to this score rather, you know, score is a string, so we want to pass it as an integer. String is just string is, how can I string is just a text. Are you getting it now? While integer is a number. So let me just put it that way. String is a text, I mean just your normal text. So but why an integer is a number, so that is the difference between integer and a string. So we want to pass that this text, we want to change it to a number, so that's what we want to do now. So okay, so we have to use pass integer now, pass integer. Okay, so that's what we use to pass it as an integer. Now we're gonna say store stored answers. Okay, stored answers. Then I'm gonna say I now, stored answer I dot value. Okay, so we are passing the value of the that is the exact score, we are passing it as an integer here. Okay, so then we need to set the value of total score now to store score. Now we're gonna say total score plus is let's say plus is equals to score. Okay, so that's all we need to do there. So the next thing we want to do now is that we want to show the score in percentage now. So we want to calculate the score in percentage. So okay, let me console log here. Let me see, maybe we are going to get any response. Let me console log total score here. Console come on, console okay, console.log. So let's have total score. Okay, so let me remove it inside this loop here and bring it out here. Okay, so let me save now. So let's go back into our browser now. So we need to reload this. Okay, this is it. Let me close this other tab that I just opened. Okay, go start to write. Okay, so good. So let me reload now. So let me input my username, Steven start exam. So let me pick an answer here. So let me click the submit button now. You see, this is the confirmation I did the other time. Are you sure you want to submit? So let me click OK. So you see we have the total score now. This is 1. That is my score is 1 because I chose the correct answer here. So that's why I'm getting 1 here. So it's working fine now. So that's our total score, which is 1. So now let's proceed now. So I haven't confirmed that total score is equals to the value of score now. So let me remove this console here. So let's proceed now. The next thing we want to do now is that we want to show the score in percentage. So what are we going to do? We're going to say variable percentage. Variable percentage is equals to total score now. It's equals to total score. It's equals to total score divided by all scores. I mean all questions dot length. Then we multiply it by 100. So we multiply it by 100. Okay, so we are saying total score now. We divide it by the by all questions dot length. That is, if the question is 10, we are dividing it by the number of total score. Then we multiply it times 100. Okay, so now we need to display now the score in percentage now. So we're gonna say variable results. Let's say variable results circle. Result circle is equals to documents. So this is where we want to display the result now. Document.query selector. Okay, we need to grab that ID now. What's the ID for where we want to display our score? That is result circle. Okay, result circle. Okay, so we need to grab the correct answer to variable correct variable correct answers is equals to documents dot query, okay, dot query selector. Then what is the ID to show the correct answer? The ID is okay, correct answers as well. Okay, so the next thing we want to do now is that we want to make sure that if the user score all the question, we want the circle, I mean the circle now is going to the color of the circle will be green. So if the user score below maybe if the user score 100, the color will change to red. So that's what we want to do now. So we want to give a condition here for that. So we're gonna say variable now. Variable, let's say R score now, R color. Let's set it to nothing. Okay. So this is where we are going to give the condition. We're gonna say if percentage now, that is if percentage is equals to 100, that is if the user score 100, so we want the color that should be displayed, then R color should be R color should be equals to I'm trying to see, our color is equals to green. Okay, let's see, our color should be equals to green. Then we display, then we're going to say correct answer now. Correct answer dot inner HTML is equals to total score. Okay, it's equals to total score. So okay, then we're going to say S now for, okay, let's continue. Let's say S if now is equals to 100. I'm trying to see if everything is okay here. Okay, S if okay, S if, let's say if the user score if, okay, if percentage now, if percentage is less than or equals to 0, if percentage is less than or equals to, I mean, or equals to 80, or equals to 80, let's have R color is equals to still green. Okay, so then let's come down here and say S now. I will also explain what I'm trying to do here. I will say explain what I'm trying to do. Just keep following me. So we're gonna say S now. So we have to have this answer to display along with it inside the circle. Okay, so we're gonna say S now. Our color should turn to, is close to red. Our color should turn to red. So let's copy this total score and paste this down here. Okay, so the next thing we want to do now is that we need to grab the SVG animation circle now. So let me put a comment here, SVG. So it with this help of SVG, that is how it's going to help us to draw to have the animation circle. Because in my first video I show you how I displayed the score. So the score is displayed in a circle. Are you getting it now? The score is displayed in a circle. So if it's 100, the circle is going to run. We are going to have a complete circle. Are you getting it now? But if we score 80, then we are going to have the circle will not be complete. But if the user scores 0, there will not be any circle at all. So that's what I'm trying to do here now. So let's say SVG animation now. SVG animation circle. Okay, so and how are we going to do this? So I've already copied the code here. This is what this is the code. This is SVG code for us to have a circle. This is the SVG code. So what I'm just going to do is that I'm just going to copy this and paste. Let me just copy this now, and okay, this is where we are. And paste it here. You can just pause the video now and type this. Just make sure you don't make any mistake. So this is the SVG file to draw an animation circle now. So what I'm just trying to do is that I'm trying to pass the R color. What's the R color now? The value of this R color here, that's what I'm trying to pass. That is, or if it's color green, it's going to show. If it's color red, it's going to show. If it's color, I mean, any color I pass here is going to display here. So this is the percentage now. That is the number of scores. Are you getting it now? In percentage is going to display here. So that's the same thing I'm trying to do here as well. The number of score is going to display inside the circle. Inside the circle. Okay, so what do we have to do next again is that now the next thing we want to do now is that we are going to come here and say that I'm gonna say result circle now. Result circle dot inner HTML is equals to paths. Okay, it's equals to paths. So having done that, so the next thing we need to do now is that okay, we want to display the username at the end of the exam. We want to display the username. We want to display the time that the user completed the exact time the user completed the exam. We want to display the date as well. So that we want to do that next. Now we want to display the time, we want to display the date, so I want to display the username. So how are we going to display the date? Just come in, let's say variable, let's say created, let's use created here. Created is equals to new dates. Okay, so new dates. So then inside what we want to display it, we're gonna say documents. We want to display it inside we're gonna say documents dot query selector, documents dot query selector. Then what's the ID for that? That's the user. Okay, the ID for it is user. Then we want to say dot inner HTML is equals to then we have this. We're gonna say the username now. We want to display the username. The username will be let's have this dollar sign here. We're gonna say actual player dot username. Okay, actual player dot username. Then we're going to proceed. There we need to break it down here. Okay, so let's add another line break here. Okay, so we want to display the subject now. Let's just say let's display the subjects. We're gonna say subjects. Okay, we're gonna say subject now. Say subjects. What is the subject? Let's just add code as subject here. Let's just say the subject is mathematics, for example. Mathematics. Okay, so we need to add another line. Okay, this thing is getting too long. Let me just break it down here. Okay, so let's add another line break here. So okay, then we need to add another one here again. So the next thing we want to do now again is to display the exact exam date now. I'm gonna display the exam dates. Okay, what is the exact exam dates should be let's come down here and put our function. That will be created now. Okay, you know we are getting this created from here. So created dot to local string. Okay, to local string. Then I'm gonna say that's en hyphen dash us. Don't worry, I'm going to explain what I'm doing here. I'm going to explain. So I want to finish writing the code so that once I finish writing the code and I show you how it displayed, then I'll be able to explain to details what I am trying to do here. I'll be able to explain to details what I'm trying to do here. So let's come down here. Then I'm gonna say results now. I'm gonna say results dot inner HTML. Result dot inner HTML is equals to output. Okay, it's equals to outputs. Then we have you're gonna say actual player dot score. Actual player dot score is equals to total score now. It's equals to total score. So it's equals to total score. Then we have to come down here and say that documents. So we want to display the result now. Documents dot query selector. Document dot query selector. Then where do we want to display the results? We need to display it at the I'm gonna say the results. Okay, the results dot style. Okay, dot display now. Display is equals to block. Okay, So we want to display the result now. So then we need to hide the quiz container once we get our results. So let's hide the quiz container dot style dot display, set it to none. So we are trying to hide the quiz container here. So once I will get our results. Okay, so guys, let's go and check if everything is working fine. So once we check if everything is working fine, then it will be much more easier for me to explain what I'm trying to do. So then I'm going to come back here and explain everything that I'm trying to do here. So let's go back and check it now. So let me reload now from here. So let me come down here and say Steven is my username. So let me select the correct answer and click submit. If everything is working, okay, cannot set property inner HTML at 259. So let's go and cross check where that is coming from. 259 at 259 correct answers dot inner HTML. Okay, let me see. Why is it giving us that? Okay, so correct answer is an ID. So I didn't put this hash symbol here. That is why we are getting that error. So correct answer is an ID. So let me save and go back again. So let me reload this again. Okay, so let me come here and put Steven, click start exam. Let me choose the correct answer and click submit. Okay, I want to submit. Okay, we say our color is not defined again at 264. At 264, let's check it out. At 264, our color is not defined. At 2, okay, at here, let's see where are we getting that. Okay, our color should be, the C here should be in small letter. Okay, because the R color here is in small, the small letter C here, but here is in capital letter C. Okay, so let me reload again. So let me quickly put in my username here, start exam. So let me submit this time. Okay, as you can see now, let me close this console. Now, as you can see now, what I'm trying to do the other time, this is it. We have the examination details, the username, we have the subject, we have the exact the exam date. So this is the date in which I submitted the exam, and this is the exact time. Are you getting it now? This is the exact time. So the candidate result is 1. And look at this circle here. You know, it turns to red. But if to say I score 100 now, the circle here will change to green. So that is the function I'm trying to write here. So that's what I'm just trying to do here the other time. So I said our color here, I set it to nothing. So that's if percentage is equals to 100. If the user score 100, this circle here, this red circle here, this circle here is going to change to green, and it's going to complete. It's going to be a complete circle. It's going to round this circle. I get it. Okay, let me see if I can score 100. So for you to be able to confirm, let me go and check. Okay, the first answer is 0221. Okay, now let me see if I can try as manage to score the 100 here, so that you'll be able to see 100. So that you'll be able to see the correct answer is 0. The next one is 1. Let me check. What's the correct answer for this? The correct answer is 2. Okay, this is 012. Okay, the next one is 012. Okay, and the last one is 1. Okay, now let me click submit. You see now, when I score 100, I see when I score 100%, you see the color here change to green, and we have a full circle. We have a full circle. The color change to green, and we have, this is the number of the score 100%, and this is the total candidate result 4. It's scored 4/4. So this is the candidate result, and here we convert it to percentage. We have 100%. So that is what I'm trying to do there. I think you understand what I'm trying to do now. So all these functions that I wrote here, they are just simply what I've shown you the other time. So the result circle.inner HTML equals to path. This is where I'm showing that circle. I'm showing it inside the result circle. The result circle here is I've already is an ID here. Are you getting what I'm trying to say now? This result circle is an ID. I've created it in my HTML. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to create the date here, and I'm trying to convert that date here to local string. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So I'm trying to convert the date and the time. So I display the results here by saying I display the results here because by default this result is hidden. Are you getting it now? So Once you start click submit, I display the score and I hide the quiz container. So that is all what I did here. So I believe you understand that now. So, but there is something I want to show us in our code now, so that we need to rectify. Let me quickly show us and rectify that. Start exam now. So let me click on next here. Let me click on next here. Okay, next. Let me click on next. Let me click on next. So let me click on next. So as you can see now, once we click, once the question is finished, I guess what I'm saying now, it's going to this next button should be hidden, because if I click next, there is no any other next question. So once if I click previous will not work as well. So definitely it's going to crash our application. So what you want to do is that we want to give a condition that if we are at the last question, we need to hide this next button. So we need to hide it. So for us to be able to do that, it's just very simple for us to be able to do that. Let's go into our next question function. So we're just gonna say if index now, if index is equals to the total number of our the total number of the question is 4. Are you getting it now? So if index is equals to 4, let me go back here and show you. Let me go back here. If it's 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's 3. It's 3. Let's go back and change it to 3 now. Where is it? Next question. Okay, let's change this to 3. So that's the total number. So and let's come here. So let's just copy this for the sake of time, and we are going to hide the next button. I'm going to hide the next button. So let's come here and say next button. Then we set the display to none. Okay, so we set the display to none. So everything should be working fine. Everything should be working fine. We are going to cross check that very soon. But before we do that, I really want us to quickly write the function for our countdown time. So for us to do that, let's come here and say variable now. Oh wait, it shouldn't be inside. Don't allow us to make that mistake. It should be outside our show score function. Okay, let's say variable now. Let's say variable total seconds. Okay, variable total seconds is equals to so this is where you determine the total score. I mean the total seconds. I mean the total time. Maybe you want to make the user to have like 2 minutes for the exam, 3 minutes for the exam, or 4 minutes for the exam. Are you getting what I'm saying now? But as for me, I just want 60. That is 1 minute 60 seconds now. So that will be 60 seconds times 1. Okay, if you want 2 minutes, you add 60 plus 60. That will give you 120. If you want 3 minutes, that will be 60 times 3. You put the time here. If you want 10 minutes, that will be 600. That will be here. If it's 10 minutes, that will be 600. But me, I want 1 minute, which is 60 times 1. Okay, so let's proceed there. I'm gonna say variable now. So we have let's say c underscore minutes now, underscore minutes. Okay, so what is the minute? We're gonna pass as integer now. I'm gonna say pass integer. Then we're gonna say total score. Total seconds rather. Total seconds divided by 60. Total seconds divided by 60 now. Okay, so then we come here. We're gonna say variable c seconds. Okay. C seconds will be equals to pass integer. Okay, pass integer. So we're gonna pass total seconds. We're gonna say total seconds. Okay, come on, total seconds. Okay, total seconds. Then we have a percentage here, 60 now. Okay. So that's all we need to do there. Now let's create a function for our countdown time quickly. So let's come down here. I'm gonna say that function now. Function, come on, function countdown. Okay, countdown. Okay, countdown time here. With this, we have the function here. Okay, so what do we want to do now? We're gonna say that document. Where do you want to show the score? Where do you want to show the time now? So that's what I want to do now. We're gonna say document.query selector. Document.query selector. Then what is the ID? The ID is quiz time left. Okay, quiz time left dot inner HTML. Then we have is equals to. Then we have this here. We're gonna say time left now. We're gonna have time left, okay, time left will be, we set it to let's have this dollar sign here. We set it to be total. We should be able to, okay, time left should be C, minutes. Okay, let me bring this down here. Okay, time left should be C minutes. Then we're gonna say that now I have minutes. Now minutes should be that will be, let's have this dollar sign here. So we have this, minutes should be C seconds, and then we're gonna have this at the back of it saying seconds. So what I'm trying to do here is that this is the minutes. Now this is where the minutes is going to show. If it's 10 minutes, it's gonna be 10 minutes. So this is where the seconds will be decreasing. These are seconds, these are minutes. So what I'm trying to say is that time left is the value of what is here, minutes, and the value of what is here now to be seconds. Are you getting it now? So that's what I'm trying to do there. So there is too much space there. Let me just return this here. Okay, so now let's proceed. Now then we're gonna say that if you're gonna give a condition that if total seconds, now if total seconds, okay, if total seconds is less than 30, I mean it's less than or equals to 30, so we want to display a warning. That is, if the time left is 30 seconds, we want to display a warning to the user that, see, your time is about to finish. So we're gonna say document dot query selector. So dot query selector. So what is the ID for that dot query selector? We're gonna say dot query selector. Then we have this ICBL quiz time left. That is the ID. Quiz time left dot style. We change the text to red. Dot style dot color. Okay. Dot color is equals to red. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is that once the time reaches 30 seconds, the color of the time is going to change to red. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So then we want to give a warning message now. So we're gonna say document. Okay, document.query selector, document.query selector, document.query selector. Then we have okay. So what is the ID now? Where we want to display the warning? The ID should be time. The time left, okay, if I'm correct, okay, time warning rather, that will be time warning. Is there any ID like this? Let me see. Time warning. Let me copy this ID. I'm not sure if there is any ID like this. Let's go inside our HTML and search. Okay, time warning, it should be capital C, but no, okay, let me change it to okay, let's just use this anyway. So let's come here and paste this inside this place, time warning dot inner HTML. So this is where I want to display the warning. Now I'm gonna say oops. Okay, let's say oops, you have 30 seconds left. You have 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds left. Okay, you have 30 seconds left. Okay, all right. So then what is the next thing we want to do now is that we want to say what will happen if the time now gets to 0. So that's what we want to do now. If the time gets to 0, what will happen? What we want to do is that we want to submit. If total seconds, now if total seconds is equals to, I mean is less than or equals to 0, we want to submit. That is the next thing we want to do now. We want to submit. So what we're just going to do is that, what I'm trying to do here is that if the time reached 0, what do we want to do? We want to submit. We want to display the user score. Are you getting it now? So instead of us to be rewriting this function here, let's just come here and copy all what we've written here right from this place. Let's copy all of this from here down to this place. Let's copy this and paste it inside this place. Come on, and paste it inside this place. That is all we need to do. So I think you understand that now, because we want to display the score once our answer gets to 0. So instead of us to be writing all this function again, just copy it and paste it inside here. So that is enough to show our to show the score. So what is the next thing we want to do now is that the next thing we need to do is okay, let's set the timeout. Let's just come here and come in, please. I think should be having if total score. Okay, everything is correct. So we need to set the timeout. So we're just going to come out here. It says set timeout. Set timeout to 1. Okay, set the timeout to 1. So then we're gonna come here and say S. Okay, I'm coming. This should be inside this place. This should be inside this place. We're gonna say S. We're gonna have S now. That is if we're gonna say total score now. This will display our countdown timer. We're gonna say total score is equal to total seconds minus 1. That is it should decrease by 1. That is the total seconds should decrease by 1. That is how the countdown time is going to work. It's gonna be decreasing by 1. So we're gonna say that C minute now. C minutes is equals to pass integer now. Pass integer. Then we have the pass integer. We're gonna say total seconds. Okay, total seconds divided by 60 here. Okay, then we have C seconds as well. Seconds as well is equals to pass integer now. Let's say pass integer. Then we have total seconds, then percentage 60 now. Okay, all right, so we have to say set timeout to 1000. Set timeout. Okay, then we have the countdown function here. Countdown function. Okay, so we're past 1000 here. All right, so now the next thing we want to do now is that now we've been able to set we'll be able to define our countdown time. So nothing will work for now. Not until we have to now write a function that once the user clicks start exam, we want the countdown time to start immediately. So that's what I want to do now. We're gonna say start timer. Okay, start timer. Okay, we have this start timer will be set timeout. Then we have, okay, let me just copy this because this is what I just want to do here. Let me just copy this, paste it here. All right, okay, let me just paste it here. That's all we need to do. So now we have to this function we just write now, this start timer here. So we have to go into our index.html and locate the start button. Let's really locate the start button. Let me see, is this the start button login? Yeah, this is it. So we just have to have on click here, then we pass the start timer here, so that anytime the user clicks start exam, the time is going to start counting. So let me save now and let's see if everything is working fine. Let's see if you are not getting any error. Okay, let me reload this now. Okay, so let me input a username to be Steven. Okay, and start exam. Okay, as you can see, our countdown timer is working fine. Perfect, is working fine. You see, it's 0 minutes 53 seconds. So let's wait till when the countdown time is going to finish, and let's see if we are going to get our score to be displayed. You see, the countdown time is working fine. It's working perfectly well. So immediately I click the start exam, we have our countdown timer here. So let's wait for it. We have 36 seconds left. Okay, so once we get to 30 seconds, we should get a warning message. You see, oops, you have 30 seconds left, and the countdown timer changed to red. We've written that function already. So oops, you have 30 seconds left. It's trying to tell the user to be fast with the question. So let's wait for it till when the time is going to finish and see if we are going to have our score. Okay, let's wait for it now. If we are not going to get any error. Wow, it's working fine. It's working fine. You see, we didn't get any error. We are able, I didn't select 0%. I didn't select any answer, as you can see. So, but we get our score display once either the user submit or not. But once the countdown time finished, it's going to automatically submit itself and display the score. Wow, that is beautiful. So, guys, I think you perfectly understand all what I've done today. So today I've been able to show us the score. I've been able to show us how you can create a countdown time in JavaScript as well. So I believe you've learned one or two things today. So we've been able to finish this project. So if you're having any question related to all the to these videos I'm releasing on this particular project, don't hesitate, just drop your question into the comment section and I'm going to answer your question. So this is where I'm going to stop this series. We are done with creating our computer based test web application. So the next series I'm going to be starting on this channel is either I'm still trying to work on a project hospital management system created with Node.js, MySQL, and Express. So I don't know, maybe that will be the next project, or I move to how you can be a mobile developer using Ionic 4 and Angular and React. So I'm still trying to contemplate on that. But anyway, I know that I'm going to be starting a series on this channel after this. So I believe you've learned one or two things, and trust me, no matter how small it is, you have a lot of things to learn on this channel. You have something to learn. So kindly hit the subscribe button so that anytime I start a new series. Now I'm looking at if you are interested in becoming a mobile developer using Ionic 4, React, and Angular, it's possible that should be my next series, or I start a project. I work on a project hospital management system sometimes ago when I was trying to learn Node.js, MySQL, and Express. So I'm looking at if parameter, I look into the project, and if everything is still working fine, that should be my next series. Or if I'm going to start a mobile development project, I don't know yet, but anyway, either of the two, that's what I'm going to do next. So thank you so much. I believe you've enjoyed this series with me. Anyway, it's as this video is kind of long, I'm very sorry for that. I really apologize for that. So thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm still your host, I'm still your friend, I'm still your brother Steven. See you in my next project. Thank you so much.